It's amazing how farming in this country has been suffering losses since COVID 19. And they were sent another $14 billion to help bail out farmers that are struggling during the coronavirus. But anytime we say reparations, we're told we're begging. But when these farmers are whining because they are losing out during COVID, I never hear anybody call them beggars. But as soon as we say the word reparations, we're begging. See, this is why I can't take the people that say stuff like that seriously, nor will I ever take you seriously. So let's get to this story. All right, so this came out in the Des Moines Register. USDA will send $14 billion in aid to farmers with COVID 19 losses. Hmm. But again, if we talk about any losses due to reparations. We did not get anything for all the free labor our forefathers did. Oh, well, you're begging. Oh, okay. The federal government will send up to $14 billion in aid to U.S. farmers and ranchers struggling with falling prices, lost markets, and other supply chains disruptions tied to the global pandemic. Now, many of these workers are out there working sick. This is why it is critical. Make sure you wash everything that you bring in your front door from the market. America agriculture communities are resilient, but still face many challenges due to the COVID 19 pandemic. U.S. Agriculture Secretary Sonny Perdue said in a statement released Friday morning this is the second round of coronavirus assistance. President Donald Trump administration will send to U.S. farmers. Purdue announced the first $19 billion round in April as the coronavirus roiled in the nation's food chain. The COVID 19 pandemic continues to create significant market and trade disruptions, and this poses very real challenges for Iowa farmers. And Iowa Agriculture Secretary Mike Naig, the agriculture economy will rebound, but it will take time. Trump announced the farmers' infusion Thursday at a rally in Wisconsin, which, along with Iowa, is a key battleground in the November election. The Environmental Protection Agency also said this week it will reject oil refinery waivers that critics say undermine the ethanol and biodiesel industry in Iowa and other rural areas. Zippy Duvall, president of the American Farmer Bureau Federation, said farmers need coronavirus relief to keep pantries stocked. Farmers and ranchers saw demand for their markets disappear during the initial shockwave of the pandemic, Duvall said in a statement. Even though concerns over food supplies have now subsided, the economic hardships are still taking their toll on farm families across the country. U.S. producers have dumped milk, smashed eggs, and let lettuce and other produce rot in fields after the coronavirus outbreak shut down restaurants, hotels, school, and other food service venues. Wow, what a waste! You know how that would have helped the homeless, but they don't think like that, y'all. They really don't. Dozens of meat packing plants in Iowa and the U.S. slowed or closed temporarily as 39,000 workers tested positive for COVID 19, including 3,639 workers in Iowa. Nine meat packing plants in Iowa have died. These are nine meat packing workers in Iowa have died from the virus, among 184 nationally. Oh, okay. A slowdown push pork produce to destroy thousands of pigs, including an estimated 200,000 in Iowa. Damn, y'all killed 200,000 pigs. Y'all sure love killing. Okay, Joe Henry. president of the Des Moines chapter of the League of United Latin America Citizens, said he's disappointed that the Trump administration isn't doing more to help workers in meatpacking plants and on farms. Subsidies will flow to the owners, but very little support will be provided to the people who actually do the work. Well, now you know what it feels like. Now you know what it feels like. Black people did that prior to you. And yes, everything, including reparations, went to the owners, and zero went to the actual people that did the work on those plantations, and how history repeats itself. You got to understand, these people don't know how to do business any other way, so they just stick with what they know, giving everything to the owner and undercutting the ones that do the actual work. That's the great American way. Patty Judge, co-founder of Focus on Rural America, said the president has created many problems farmers now face. Donald Trump trade wars, ethanol waivers to oil companies, an incompetent response to the pandemic are bankrupting farmers and crushing the rural economy, said Judge, a Democrat who was a former Iowa lieutenant governor. This aid is necessary because of bad policy choices from this administration. Mm-mm-mm. So, ladies and gentlemen, these farms around the country are all struggling. They are struggling to stay afloat. But one thing they do get is a safety net from the government. They get that. And nobody says a word. They have poured billions and billions and billions on these farmers. And I've done the stories. And they're still getting billions more. All they got to do is whine, and they get it just like this. But us, if we say we need reparations in order and our freedom so that we can move on and do the things we want to do, then everybody got a problem with that. Go figure, y'all. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.